The winner of the 1992 Eurovision Song Contest is Ireland.
Kevin, you're not getting away without a little retrospective. This is RTE. Everything is kept. You may not know where it is, but it's there. And by way of proof, watch this.
We, at the time on the live mic that was there of the team, were dealing in stocks and shares. We were dealing in paintings. We were dealing in books. It wasn't always above board, and you were working in the tax office. So we had major reservations about you joining us from that point of view. Secondly, you were a Cork man, and for the first few weeks we couldn't understand you, so we got a translator in, and eventually we were able to come to terms with you and understand your accent. Funny, that Cork accent of yours. Well, we were able to come to terms with that. And then, of course, you went on to be a brilliant researcher. I always knew you were going to be at the head of something in RTE. They changed the title so often, I don't know what you eventually became, but I know you had what they call a stellar career behind the scenes in RTE. You're leaving now, you're a fantastic guy, I'll always love you, and I wish you the very best.
I suppose if I were honest with myself, I'd admit that I have a tendency to overweight.
Meanwhile, you're off the gargle.
I'm off the gargle, and I'd love to make an appeal at this stage to the workers in Guinness. Would they ever get back? the pint I've been looking for since last May at the end of the marathon. Michael was getting £20 10p a week on the dole until he was assessed. He now gets £13.40.
My red roses are lovely. Pamela.
Oh, snap out of it, Pamela. Obviously it all went terribly wrong, or you would now be married to Anthony.
We'd love to give you that, Kevin, but we know you were never in it for the money. Winning Streak has been a great success for over 20 years, and you are one of the creators. It's been great for the National Lottery and for RTE and for all the viewers.
Hi, Kevin Linehan, it's Mary Kingston here. You were my boss here on this exact spot for 7 years. We ultimately went over to stage 7, but these were the happy days here. Now, how can I sum up Kevin Linehan as a boss? There was 3 things you always said, and they were, yes you can, and off you go, was one line. The next line was, what can I do to help? And the third line was, is everybody okay? And this is my favourite story of you, Kevin. One time I went into you and I said, Kevin, I have this great idea. Why don't we go to Africa? And I get in a hot air balloon and I fly over the Masai Mara and we film warthogs. And you just shook your head and you went, yes you can, absolutely, I can see no reason why you wouldn't. So I did, Kevin. I went over Masai Mara in a hot air balloon, all because you always trusted everybody, and because you trusted everybody we always gave you 110% because we never wanted to let you down. And then subsequently I went to the Galapagos Islands because of you. I went...
Kevin, those years we spent in entertainment, remember we had kind of quiet days. We had stormy days.
The ship involved in RT's latest reality television show, Cabin Fever, has gone aground on rocks.
And we had a couple of triumphant days.
At home that I've counted each and every one of the people that have turned up here. And we've got 20,000 people in Cove.
And that was just the one programme. Kevin, to work for you, you were decent, you were fair, you were inspiring, you were wise. But I think most of all, the thing I remember, and I will always remember, you had an extraordinary instinct for what works in entertainment. You didn't need facts and figures, you just knew it. It was a natural in you. And look at the hits to prove it.
You are a lovely bunch of lads, you know that? That's what I'd like to do to you.
And finally, in the top or in the bottom?
Answer that question.
Every time I went to pick up the Hoover, the top of it would like come off. And the shit would fall on the floor, and I was like, what kind of an establishment gives you a...
Constatáshe, is mis a hecta.
Vanilla, in a word, sex.
Bonsoir et bienvenue à vous tous qui regardez.
Yes, I'm standing up and I'm waving my flag. Deirdre and I are doing a little dance here in the room. I'm not shy and I'm not afraid to tell you. Brian Kennedy, I adore you. Shut the door.
Before I come to the Eurovision Song Contest, can I just say we shall continue to repair to Sandymount whenever we get half a chance. But that's between you and I. No one else need know. In the meantime, I've been talking to Julian, and we're thinking about the Eurovision Song Contest. There is a space for you available in Yerevan. He's looking for a tall blonde. The very man.
Anyway, Kevin, it's always been great working with you. You're so professional, you have a great sense of humour and a dry wit. And what about the sense of fun? You're always great for the sing-song, Kevin. Ireland!
My abiding memories of Kevin was at the Malmo Eurovision Song Contest, where he exerted enormous pressure on Linda Martin to ensure that she wore the right dress, and afterwards he told me several times that he believed that it was the dress that had really won the competition as much as her performance in Johnny Logan's song. As a result of us winning that contest, we staged the Eurovision the following year in Mill Street, and as a result of winning that, we staged it in Dublin, where Riverdance was performed. So I think Kevin ought to use his retirement years to pursue whatever outstanding rights he has to a slice of the action from Riverdance.
I would say the Eurovision Song Contest wouldn't be the same without you. It's always been great to meet you and see you and talk to you. All the best for the future. Over and out from Helsinki, Finland, YLE. This is Cheryl. All the best to you. Bye.
I said to you there's a few very important lessons, and you said I'm here to learn. And by God, you learned quickly. It took us about, I suppose, 6 weeks, and you finally got a grip on the best hand in poker. You were brilliant at it. There was one problem, though, that you never solved. You couldn't get rid of the Cork accent, hard as you tried. And you still haven't. And good luck to you. Have a good retirement, Kevin.
Ah, well. Kevin Linehan, Kevin Linehan, Kevin Linehan. What's the best way to describe Kevin? Well, as he'd say himself,
Pop stars, Kevin, do you remember that? 10 years ago it is now. It's hard to believe that it's over 10 years. But without Pop stars, Screen Time Chinawill wouldn't be doing what it's doing today. And you were the one who had the faith in us, gave us that break, and we grew the company from there. So thank you. Enjoy everything over the next few years. Put the feet up. You deserve it. Cheers.
I'd be going up to the Helix every Sunday night, and I get this phone call, and it was very very Cold War. He wouldn't say who he was or anything. Just go, yeah, so we're kind of heading into week 6 now, you know. So maybe it's time, like, that you've been giving you one a hard time now. Maybe ease off on her, and second, the other judge a bit of a hard time. I mean, you and him should be clashing and all that. And just 30-second phone call, and he would produce me for that show. And of course, Kevin realised what none of the rest of us probably did at the time, is that these things were a soap opera, and you know, it was kind of about the judges. So I guess that was the genius of Kevin as a producer. 30 seconds.
Genius! That's the word that describes Kevin best. Because believe me, gang, only a genius could commission that many hit shows and still have people think he's as thick as a badger. No, it's true, he's the Columbo of Irish entertainment. Won't be the same without you, Kevo. Love you, pal. Thanks for everything. And as Columbo himself would say, just one more thing. If you're running for president, I give you me number 1, Kevo.
How are you, Kevin? I'm sure other people have talked about your mastery of the carefully chosen word and the long drawn out yes, which conveys a world of doubt, and I can't help thinking that that's got something to do with your early experience as a Beckett child actor in Waiting for Godot. You know, the kind of regret, I'm sure, with which you had to tell the two lads that Mr. Godot wasn't coming in tonight would have come in very useful in later life when you were telling people that a series was axed or a budget was being cut, and probably in fact left them wondering what on earth they could do to console you. I had the pleasure of working for you, Kevin, for a few years and being your desk neighbour for another few, and I'll miss you. Mind yourself.
I'd ask you a question, you'd think about it, you'd look out the window at nothing in particular and say, fine, go on. And I thought, that's all you need. No drama, but great decisions. So, good luck in your retirement, enjoy yourself. I hope you fish or something interesting like that. And don't think about us too much, even though I know that'll be hard for you. But take care of yourself, Godspeed, and we'll see you on the other side.
You're in the films?
Yes, we will be.
I was in show business myself for years, never in the films. I bet you've the best of equipment.
Yes, should we get it out?
Oh, stop it, you! Kevin, things have gone so bad and the budgets are so low on RT now that I have to shoot this on an iPhone, and my cameraman is aged 6. So listen, enjoy your retirement from 7. Okay, 7. So enjoy your retirement, and hopefully we catch you soon for a pint. Bye. No.
Hi Kevin, we go back a long way. I remember at the beginning of Kenny Live when we had Dermot Morgan as part of the team, and every Saturday afternoon we came in and rewrote his scripts, and then we just kind of cobbled the rest of the programme together. But you were ace in those sessions, and as a mentor for me, I think you were without parallel, and I tell you, you're going to be missed around here.